Access more.
No matter who you are, life can feel like a roller coaster. But in the beauty and the chaos, life is full of love, joy, and kindness. Merry Christmas and welcome to the Candace Cameron Bure podcast. I'm Candace, but this podcast isn't about me. It's actually about you. I'm here to introduce you to some of my friends and have open conversations about life's challenges, celebrations, and everything in between. It's time to celebrate my absolute favorite season of the year. I'm bringing in special guests to talk all things Christmas. And in January, we'll go back to our deep dive with Tara Lee Cobble about faith. Before we jump in, I want you to know about our favorite place for you to watch and listen to the Candace Cameron Bure podcast, Access More. The Access More network is home to great shows from people like Paula Ferris, Benjamin and Kirsten Watson, Bob Goff, and so many more. And we are thrilled that season 1 of the Candace Cameron Bure podcast will be available there too. To watch full video episodes of my show, go to accessmore.com, the Access More app, or you can follow the link directly from candace.com. I'll also have a link in all of my show notes. Hey everyone, I'm so excited about my next guest because she's one of my best friends on air and off air. It's Andrea Barber. You know her and love her as Kimmy Gibbler on Full and Fuller House. And now she's starring in her very first Christmas movie, Christmas on Candy Cane Lane, which premieres December 3rd on Great American Family. Hey!
Hi!
How you
Hi,
doing?
DJ.
Hi, Kimmy! And yes,
I'm doing great. I'm so excited to be on your podcast. Like, this is, wow, congratulations. I'm so stoked for you.
Thank you. I'm so happy that you're one of my very first guests.
Yay!
Yay! And yes, we actually call each other Kimmy and DJ whenever we see each other for the first time. It's just like old habit. It's just love of so many years of playing characters, but we do. It's really cheesy, but it warms my heart.
It always makes me laugh. It never gets old. You
No.
think after 35 years it would get old, but
I know.
It doesn't.
I can't wait until we're 80. And I'm like, hi, Kimmy. Hi, Deej.
Wait, let me put on my dentures, Deej.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Merry Christmas. Merry almost Christmas.
Yes,
You
Merry Christmas.
are you're kicking off my podcast with the Christmas season and the first movie that has not aired yet. So viewers haven't seen it and I want to talk all about it. So Christmas on Candy Cane Lane, of course, I know most of the answers that we're going to talk about because I produced this film as well. And I was just so thrilled that you wanted to do a Christmas movie, but tell me your history with Christmas movies and if you love them, you hate them, which I know you don't hate them, but why you wanted to do a Christmas movie.
Oh, are you kidding me? I love Christmas movies. I've been wanting to do one for a while, but it never felt like the right time. And I didn't, I was so nervous about doing this Christmas movie because it's such a foreign world for me doing single cam as opposed to our sitcom land that we grew up in.
Yeah.
Where it's multicam and it's just, you wouldn't think it'd be that much of a difference. And I have trouble explaining it to people who don't know the difference, but it's so different. And so I was very nervous about leading a movie, about doing single cam, about being in Canada for 3 weeks. I was nervous about all of it. So it took me a while to jump on the bandwagon, but this felt like the perfect time and the perfect opportunity. And with you producing this movie, I felt like I was in really, really good hands. And even now, after we finished taping the whole movie, I was like, thank goodness you were my producer because
Yay.
It was such a comfort to me just to have you there. I'm sure we'll talk more about this, but you were just my guiding light through the entire experience, start to finish. And I appreciate that so much.
Thank you. Andrea and I talked almost every day during the filming of both movies because she was filming Christmas on Candy Cane Lane and I was filming A Christmas Present virtually at the same time. I think you started 2 or 3 days before I did. So we talked or FaceTimed almost every single day.
Yep.
And so I feel like we went through both of our experiences together and we had so many laughs. We had a few tears. We had a few frustrations, like all the things. But it was so not only endearing, but interesting to me because I've been in both worlds of sitcom and single cam. And single cam just means that, well, you have a single camera, but we sometimes have two. We're not filming with multiple cameras, and we actually have 4 walls to a set. So in a movie, it's like actually not a set. It's a real house that you're in. You're on a real street. You're in a real store. Whereas on a sitcom, you're on a stage and there's literally 3 walls. And the 4th wall is where all the cameras are capturing what's happening. So it's a very, very different process. And seeing it through your eyes to have never done single cam was like, even just reading the call sheet, when you had said to me, you're like, wait, these scenes are numbered. I'm used to letters. Is that what those are?
It took me a good 40 minutes to decipher the call sheet. I was like, because some things looked really familiar and other things I'm just like, I have no idea what this word means or this acronym.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And it's amazing how long we've both been in the business, because when did you actually start? Because you were on Days of Our Lives.
Yes. And I actually started when I was 5 doing a Velveeta cheese commercial.
I remember that
back
commercial.
in the day, we all did so many commercials.
Yeah.
That was commercials were very important back in the 80s. So we all did a lot of commercials, but my first big role was on Days of Our Lives when I was 6 years old. And I was on it for 3.5 years until I was almost 10. And then I finished on Days of Our Lives. I was the first Carrie Brady. And so anybody who's watched Days of Our Lives knows who Carrie Brady is.
Of course, we all know who Carrie Brady is. I was the
first one. And then Christy Clark took over. They wanted a teenage romance storyline for the summer, and I was only 9. So they're like, we're going to send Carrie upstairs to play with her toys, and she's going to come back down a full-fledged teenager. So I got the boot from Days. But then I got to do Full House right after that. So it was perfect timing.
Okay, so let's actually talk about the movie itself. For everyone that's going to watch, give us an overview or a synopsis of Christmas on Candy Cane Lane.
It is such a sweet story. It's based on a novel that was written by Sheila Roberts. She's written a ton of these Christmas novels that take place in a town called Icicle Falls. So we meet Ivy Donaldson, played by me, who is a recently single mom. She's, gotten divorced from her husband. She lost her mom 3 years ago, and her mom was like the darling, the Christmas darling of Icicle Falls. She had a TV show and a Christmas shop and she did everything related to Christmas. And so now that she's gone, Ivy is feeling the pressure to kind of live up to her mother's legacy. And Ivy is not handling that pressure very well, because she's letting down the residents of the town. She's letting down her daughter. She's trying to co-parent with her ex-husband, and it's all very stressful, but very funny as well, because there's a lot of cute comedic moments and a little bit of physical comedy, which is my forte, as you know. And it's just a very sweet story that I related to so much, because I'm a single mom. I'm divorced. I lost my mom a couple of years ago. So I related to this character 1,000%. And I brought a lot of that to the role. So when I say things like, I really miss my mom this time of year, that's actually me saying it, not just Ivy, because I felt all of those things that she was saying in the movie.
I just got chills on my arms, goosebumps, because I know that's true. And having seen the movie already, your performance is so beautiful in it. And I know that those moments feel very real to you, but you emote those emotions so beautifully and wonderfully. And I'm so excited for people to see you in this role, because while there are these really great comedic moments in it, there's so much heart in it. And, it's different. It's nice to not see you as Kimmy Gibbler for a little bit. As much as we love Kimmy, it's just really nice to see you out of that role and into this one. And I love that the movie's also about community. It's really about, it has 2 love stories in it, actually. And it's about a neighborhood.
And it's about it's about, there's so many different themes, but you're right. Speaking of the community, um, Ivy runs into her old high school best friend or nemesis. They're kind of unclear about where
Yeah,
their
her
relationship
frenemy.
stands. Her frenemy, yeah. So it's about like reconnecting with old friends and, burying the hatchet if there were problems, or, there's just, Christmas brings about a lot of nostalgia and good feelings and sometimes sad feelings. And so this
Mm-hmm.
movie kind of tackles all of that, just all the feelings that come up around the holidays.
Yeah. So now that you have one Christmas movie under your belt, would you do another?
Oh, 1,000%. Yes.
Okay.
That was a great trial run. Now I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
No, it was
Because we haven't had the download yet. So Andrea and I shot the movie, talked every day, and yet we're still working on a lot of things. So we have yet to sit and have lunch or dinner together. And we were just going to download all of it.
Oh, yeah.
Which
I can't wait.
We can do some of that here, but not really, because there's probably a bunch of things that we wouldn't want people to hear.
Or people might find it very boring, but yeah.
Or that too. That too.
I'm excited to download with you both now and over a glass of wine at a future time.
Yes, me too. I really can't wait. Well, I know how delightful the movie is, and Dan Payne, who plays your ex-husband, is also wonderful in it. So is Devon Alexander and Katrina Reynolds, and also BJ Harris. She plays Mrs. Walters, and I did work with her in a Christmas movie called The Christmas Contest. That was with John Brotherton.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
just like all full circle here. But she was so delightful as well. So I was so happy that she was cast as Mrs. Walters in your movie, because she's funny in it.
She is fantastic. Like, she is just one of those seasoned actors that I could just listen to all day long, because she has so much experience and so much knowledge, and she is so funny in this role. And again, it's like one of those roles where it's like there's a lot of comedy in it, but then towards the end, it's like it gets really heartfelt, and you're gonna shed a tear.
She's like plays a little bit of the cranky lady that, the neighborhood just isn't perfect enough, and then something happens. There's like a vandal, or it gets vandalized, and she just has to find out who's doing it. It's ruining Christmas on Candy Cane Lane. So she was, to see her in her yard with upside down candy canes and it just giving her like it just is taking life out of her is hilarious.
It was. And that was part of the stress on Ivy, is that Ivy wants everything to be perfect so she can live up to her mother's legacy. But then she's got, Mrs. Walters breathing down her neck, like everything has to be perfect, and why aren't you out here, and we got to pass out the candy canes, and why aren't lights on your house right now? And so Mrs. Walters adds a lot of stress to Ivy's life, which is
but the good,
funny and wonderful.
Yes, and we see that Mrs. Walters really appreciates Ivy towards the end of the movie. Yeah.
There's a great arc. I don't want to give it away, but
there is.
You find out why Mrs. Walters is the way she is.
Do you have like a favorite memory during Christmas, something that has stood out over time that has just been special to you in any way, at any age or more recently?
Wow. Well, yeah, I could answer this several different ways, but the most recent memory, and this isn't the most exciting answer, but it's last Christmas, because it was the first Christmas without my mom. And so I was kind of dreading it. But it actually ended up being a really wonderful time, because I got my kids the whole day. Normally I split the holiday with my real life ex-husband. And so usually the kids will wake up at my house Christmas morning, tear through their presents as fast as humanly possible, and then hightail it over to their dad's house to open their presents over there.
Yep.
But for whatever reason, I ended up having the kids the whole day. So it was great. It was very relaxed. It wasn't like this mad rush to get through the presents. We made pancakes. We slept in. We watched movies by the fireplace on the couch. And it was just, it sounds so simple, but just to have my kids the whole day.
That's the best kind of Christmas. That's truly how I think it should be. It's when there isn't craziness and you can find the stillness and be with the people that you love.
Yeah. No, it was great. And again, I can tie this back into the movie as well because, Rob, my ex-husband, played by Dan Payne, is trying to like keep the family. He wants the family to stay together, and he wants our daughter to have a wonderful Christmas with both of her parents. But it's that awkward, when you're separated or divorced, it's like, well, how do you navigate the holidays now with this new type of family? And so the holidays bring a lot of pressure, but a lot of wonderful moments as well. So,
I hope
I
your
won't give
Christmas
away the
is
end
as
of the movie.
No, don't give it
it's
away.
Very relatable.
I hope that you feel the same during this Christmas. I'll ask about your Christmas plans for this year later in the podcast. But I want to do. Okay, this is just for all the fans out there because I'm sure they all want one Full House or Fuller House question.
Oh, sure.
Which I've tried to I want to steer away from because we always answer Full House and Fuller House questions. But were you in any of the Christmas Full House? I mean, I know Fuller House, yes, but were you in any of the I don't even remember them all. Like, do you have a memory from one of the Full House Christmas episodes or even Fuller House? I remember Mickey Rooney on the Full House episode.
Yes, I remember him too, but I don't think I was in that episode. Okay. I do remember the episode where Uncle Jesse brings in a bunch of snow to the backyard for Aunt Becky because Aunt Becky misses her Nebraska winters with a real white Christmas.
Oh my goodness.
And so Jesse hauls in, I don't know how, of course, in the shape-shifting backyard that nobody understands how you can get a car back there or a party or snow for that matter. So yeah, Jesse brings in snow and we have a white Christmas in the backyard.
I don't even remember.
Is it Christmas?
I don't know. I don't remember that episode.
That's all right. Leave a comment. Anyone listening, if you know what we're talking about, leave a comment. Tell us which episode this is.
But I remember Fuller House Christmas. We did have one. Sorry, I'm thinking of all these things.
Well, I remember Juan Pablo dressed as Santa by the Christmas tree.
Yes. And there was actually a cut scene that did not make the show, but it was where Stephanie jumped on the Christmas tree and was like swaying back and forth as if she was like in a rodeo, like riding a bull or something. It was like she was riding the Christmas tree, but I think it was a little too over the top, so they cut it out.
Hey, nothing's too over the top for Fuller House. I'm surprised
they
thought that was like, since when is that the bar that we're setting that as the bar is too crazy. We had a cow in the kitchen, season 1, but oh no, right in
there's a cow in the kitchen. Okay.
Cows, cars, we had everything in the kitchen.
Oh my goodness. I love everything about Christmas. And Great American Family Channel is the place to find your new favorite holiday movies all year round. You might be wondering how to watch Great American Family Channel. You can text Christmas to 877-999-1225 for more details. And for you Full House fans, they have all the Full House and Fuller House reruns too. Text Christmas to 877-999-1225. Okay, I want to play some rapid fire Christmas questions.
Oh, good.
What is your favorite Christmas food?
Oh, sweet potato souffle.
Oh.
It's I wrote this recipe in. Do you remember we had a Full House the recipe?
Yes,
book?
I remember.
And this was what I added to that book as my recipe, which was really my mom who added it.
Right,
to the recipe
sure.
book,
but this was when we did Full House, right?
Yeah, this was Full House.
I bet you still have a copy of that because you have a copy of everything. Like every wrap gift, everything, you have it. I have some things, but not a lot. Okay,
I bet I still have it. I'm gonna look.
Maybe as some bonus content, we can post the recipe for our listeners or watchers. Oh, yeah. That would be great.
It's really good. It's a lot of yams and a lot of butter and brown sugar and like
marshmallows.
Brown sugar. And no marshmallows.
No marshmallows.
There's cornflakes. Okay. There's cornflakes on top and like some what kind of nuts do I add to it? Like
walnuts.
Yeah, like crushed up walnuts. Yeah. But yeah, it's mostly sugar and butter and a little bit of yams.
Well, sugar and butter. There you go. That's all you need.
'Tis the season.
Yes, it is. So are you a gift giver or a gift receiver? Which do you like better?
Oh, I prefer to give gifts. Yeah. I mean, I love to receive gifts too, but I love to give gifts, especially when I have like a really great idea and I know the person's going to love it.
Do you have that with most people? Yeah. Do you give a ton of thought to every gift, or do some people just kind of, you have to get them a gift and you're like, okay, whatever. And then some people you put a lot of thought into, or do you put thought into every gift?
I would say I kind of put a lot of thought into every gift. I don't know. It's very stressful sometimes when you can't find or think of the right gift and you're just like, ugh. And then you end up like phoning it in with like some Bath and Body Works candle or something. And I'm like, I swear I put more thought into this and I just couldn't find the perfect thing.
I know.
So I tend to overthink gifts because I do care. And I love to see the expression on the person's face when they open it and they're like,
Me too.
So I do put a lot of thought into it.
Do you start buying early or like in December? How early do you start Christmas shopping?
I usually wait till Black Friday.
Okay, Black Friday.
And then I'll start my shopping. Although because I did Christmas in September in Canada this year, I'm already like I'm
Did
already
you get a bunch of gifts?
Like, I'm in the mood. Oh yeah, no, I've already started shopping. I've started watching the movies on Great American Family. Like I'm ready. Normally I'm very strict and I don't start till after Thanksgiving, but this year.
No, man.
All Christmas.
It's like November 1st comes and I'm just hello Christmas. Not that I'm passing over Thanksgiving because I love Thanksgiving, but I don't think that Christmas decorations have to wait until after Thanksgiving. They can be there and I can be grateful all day, every day.
Put them up because then you can enjoy them. You can enjoy them much longer if you put them up November 1st.
Exactly. And that's what I think. It's so much effort to put in all those the Christmas decorations, the tree, the lights, everything. So I want to enjoy them as long as possible. Okay.
Agreed.
Good. So do you have a favorite present that you've ever given someone?
Oh, that I've ever given?
Yep.
Well, I think a lot of people do this. So this isn't like unique to me and my family, but my mom did this for me and now I'm doing it for my kids, is to buy an ornament that kind of reflects something that we did that year. So whether it's like the year Tate played soccer, I got a soccer ornament, or if Felicity was in ballet, it was a ballet, a ballerina, or, if we went on a vacation to Catalina, it'll be a Catalina ornament or just something to reflect the year. And this year, both of my kids graduated from high school and middle school. So the ornament will probably be something graduation related.
I do the same thing. I love getting a new ornament for my kids and for Val every year. And something special that reflects the year. I will tell you that my favorite ornament that I bought in the last 2 years was this beautiful ceramic glittered roll of toilet paper.
What?
Because it was the pandemic and nobody could find toilet paper. So they made toilet paper ornaments. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my goodness, I have to get this. It was hilarious. And I wrote 2020 on it. And that was just the best ornament.
That's so perfect. What other year would you be able to buy a toilet paper ornament?
I know.
So that's ideal.
I know.
I miss you used to throw Christmas parties at Ornament Exchange almost every year.
I know.
And I know it's been a few years because of the pandemic and all sorts of things, but those were such fun parties to exchange an ornament.
Thanks. I would love to have one again. I haven't thought about it for this year, but even to have a small one. Yeah, I would have everyone over and we'd bring in a nice ornament. It had to be like a really nice one, not a white elephant type of gift, but something really beautiful. Right. And then we played it like a white elephant type of game where you could steal an ornament or keep yours. But it was always, it was really fun and just a great way to hang in the holidays. So, okay, I will revisit that.
Okay.
Now that we can all be together again.
Yes.
So what are your plans for Christmas this year?
Oh, that's a great question. We don't do a whole lot. So we're just kind of simple people, Christmas on the couch. So I guess it'll depend on if I have the kids or if the kids are, again, doing their mad dash through the presents and then going over to their dad's house. But we do always traditionally, and we haven't done it in a couple of years because of the pandemic, is Christmas Eve, we'll go over to my brother's house where he has a huge shindig, and we will hang out with all the family members that we only get to see once a year, all of the extended Barbers and everybody from years past.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's mostly a good thing because the people you don't really want to hang out with, you only have to hang out with them for
right, that's
a couple
what I mean.
of hours.
Got it.
And then the family members you do want to hang out with, it's great. You're like, oh, I've missed you so much. Let's toast. Let's have some eggnog.
Do you guys?
So hopefully he'll do that this year.
Do you sit around and talk and share Christmas stories? Do you sing carols, or is it just more mingling and conversation? Or do you have any specific traditions within that gathering?
It's a little of everything. My brother has like a whole game room with, a pool table and a poker table. And he's got actual like arcade games like Pac-Man and like some great 80s arcade games. So there's a lot of playing games. There's a lot of just catching up and mingling. And then we'll all do like the cousins, the grown-up cousins anyways. Like me and my brothers and all of our cousins, we'll do cousin shots at some point in the night where we get some Fireball and we have a little shot glass that's like a candy cane shot glass to give it that little extra Christmas cheer. And we'll do one shot.
That sounds really fun.
Have a great time. Yeah.
That's perfect. Doing it at home and with family.
Yeah. Doesn't get better than that.
No. Okay, so I'm ending with one last question to all of my guests. What is your 2022 Christmas wish?
Like for everyone or for my family or just in general?
It could be anything you choose. It could be just for you. It could be for your family. It could be world peace, whatever you want.
My Christmas 2022 wish is just for everyone to be a little bit kinder to each other. Like, it's just been a very tense year or last couple of years, and so I just wish people would kind of log off the internet, be nice to each other, go outside, have a real conversation with someone, and just give the other person the benefit of the doubt. Give them a hug and be kind. Like, that's all I want.
I don't think there's Christmas a better answer than that. Not that there's a wrong answer, but that is a beautiful answer and one that I'm in agreement with you so much. Let's just all be a little bit kinder.
We could all use some of that.
Yeah, we sure can. Well, I hope that the Christmas spirit brings that kindness about for people. And anyway, I love you so, so much. And thank you for being on my podcast. And I can't wait to hang out with you in real life when we get to download over a glass of wine.
Yay. I'm so excited about this whole experience, about just making the movie and just doing this alongside with you. And now I'm so proud of you for doing this podcast too. I think this is such a great extension of your talents because you're a great talker and you're a great listener as well. I told somebody that. I did an interview yesterday.
Thank you.
And I was just like, people know what a great talker you are and because you're so well spoken, but I don't know if people know what a great listener you are. So this podcast will hopefully showcase that.
Thanks, Andrea. Thanks, Kimmy.
You're welcome, DJ.
Okay, make sure you watch Christmas on Candy Cane Lane December 3rd on Great American Family. Thanks, Andrea. I love you. Merry Christmas.
You, Deej. Merry Christmas.
Bye. If you've been following my podcast from the beginning, you might have noticed that I'm asking you for questions. And that's because I'm creating this with you in mind. I've been interviewed a lot, but I want all of these conversations to help you grow and find more peace and joy in your life. When you go to Candace.com, you'll see an easy place to write in your questions and comments, and then I'll answer some of those right here in the podcast and in the podcast email. And there are so many good ones. And today I have a question from Barbara who asked, I believe I read somewhere you gifted your children 3 things for Christmas. Was it something they needed, wanted, and something you thought they should have? I love this question because trying to fill a whole wish list can be really stressful. And we want our kids to know that we give presents because we love them. But there's also a lot of pressure to give our kids everything they want. And I heard someone say it like this. Think of giving something you want, something you need, something to wear, and something to read. Love books. And that can be a great way to be intentional and bring giving back to its purpose. So we give gifts out of love, not out of obligation. Thank you so much, Barbara, for your question. And remember, if you have a question, you can ask it at Candace.com. Until next time, be grateful all day, every day. This has been a Candace Cameron Bure podcast, a production of Candy Rock Entertainment. Some of the products and services mentioned are paid promotions. Any advice should be confirmed with a qualified professional. Opinions and ideas are for entertainment purposes only and belong to Candy Rock Entertainment. All rights reserved.